Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Canelo Alvarez takes it mile high, preparing for his rematch with Gennady Golovkin. I was born ready. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family we working. Now, Canelo is preparing for his rematch. Cinco de Mayo weekend, Americanized Mexican holiday here in the States. Should be a big fight, and that's against Gennady Golovkin. Again, Cinco de Mayo weekend. They announced that today it was officially made official. Well, it was made official that the fight is taking place again in Las Vegas, same exact venue. I was at the first fight. I hope to go to the second fight. Great time, great fight, and I look to see the best from both guys and see who makes the proper adjustments, period. Canelo's team, they are switching things up. As you remember in the first fight, if you really watched and paid attention, it appeared that Golovkin's pressure started to amount and Canelo got tired, so he had to just rely on defense and, you know what I mean, kind of staying safe and throwing some counters. They're looking to make adjustments in this particular training camp. Chepo Reynoso, trainer of Canelo, had this to say to ESPN Deportes. He says, "We will arrive in Colorado on March 3rd or March 4th. There we intend to take advantage of the high altitude. We already have the sparring ready. Now Saul is working with Alexis Salazar, a middleweight we have in the gym and with whom we have been moving. Once we are over there in Colorado, the European sparring will arrive." And they made the decision. They said, "I believe that he only needs to arrive in excellent physical condition. He needs to throw more punches," which in my opinion was exactly what was missing in the close rounds, which he could have taken by throwing 5, 6, or 10 more punches. That would have been the difference for the close rounds. Give them to Canelo and there would be no room for doubts. I love this. I love this for Team Canelo. Listen, I've already stated this. You cannot change anybody, any fighter in one training camp, especially the 6 to 8 week training camp, 10 week. You're not going to be able to train and change. Canelo's been fighting since he was 15. So a lot of things they're more or less habit. And they say for a habit, it takes like 30 days to break bad habits. And it's not just 30, it's 30 days. Like, let's say you're addicted to Starbucks or caffeine. And if you've been doing this for 15 years or 10 years, drinking Starbucks and drinking a lot of sodas and stuff with caffeine, to wean yourself off of that, it's going to take some time, you know what I mean? And you have to be dedicated to it. So I'm a firm believer that I don't think Canelo will be able to resolve every single stamina issue that he's ever had and reinvent himself to be this. But the reason I like it is you got to do something. And they're at least acknowledging the problem and they're acknowledging what adjustments they need to make. Again, I don't believe that Canelo's stamina is just going to go from Canelo, look, he looked in the first fight, to Floyd Mayweather's level of stamina. You know what I mean? Because a lot of it, I talked to a great fighter, Andre Ward, and he told me, he said he wasn't worried about Kovalev hiring for the rematch an Olympian triathlon coach or whatever. He said, because we keep our body clean, we know what we've been doing, and we've been doing it since the Olympics. So he says we stack. So year after year, it's being stacked, and that's kind of how it is. So I don't think Canelo's going to be able to just automatically be this different person, but you have to acknowledge the problem and you have to do your best to try to find a way. And like his team is saying, like Chepo is saying, come in the best physical condition and throw more punches. And I agree with that assessment. I think the fight was a lot closer. Listen, take the Adelaide Bird scorecard out of the equation, like the ridiculousness of the numbers that she provided. it was a close fight. When you're not worried so much about what Adelaide Byrd is doing, if you watch the fight, it was a close fight, right? Sometimes you have to do a second viewing, because at first I was like, man, Golovkin, Golovkin was getting him. But then the more I started thinking about it, the more I started watching certain rounds over and over, I realized, nah, it was a close fight, because it was so much controversy. This is how it worked for me. There was so much controversy on Adelaide Byrd's scorecard that it made me re-examine certain rounds and then tally what rounds I was given to who and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, this was a close fight. But I like that Team Canelo looks like they have a game plan. Going to Colorado is definitely, Broner did it, even though he lost that fight. But he did it for the Mikey Garcia fight. Terrence Crawford goes to Colorado frequently, and obviously he's putting on crazy performances. That altitude is different, because I went there. I covered Brandon Rios versus Mike Alvarado 3 in Denver. First time really being in Denver for like any length of time. Like, Denver has a really nice airport, so I had been there several times, like for layovers and stuff, but I'm trapped in the airport. But when I covered Brandon Rios versus Mike Alvarado 3 as media, that was my first time getting to see the atmosphere, the climate, be in a hotel, you know what I mean, go to a restaurant there, just different stuff like that. And it's a difference, you know what I mean. Some people adapt quicker, some people don't. One thing I did notice kind of was, right by our hotel there's a bar, and based on the altitude they say you get drunk faster. And I remember I had a drink or a few, I don't remember how many drinks I had, but maybe a few drinks, and I wasn't like sloppy. I don't really get like sloppy drunk, but I feel like I noticed it more off of the amount of drink. Like, let's say I had 3 cranberry vodkas or whatever, I felt cool, you know what I'm saying? I felt cool considering that. But when I'm at home and I go to BJ's or something and get the same type of drink, you don't feel like shit. So there's differences with the altitude. Definitely helps breathing in that high air. He's in San Diego, so I mean, it's probably an easy trip for them to bring their camp out there. That's where they have the Olympic Training Center. So I like it. I like what I'm hearing from Canelo. Again, you can't change everything about a fighter's DNA. They're gonna fight how they want to fight, but the best you could do is come the best prepared. Like, either it's gonna work out or it's not. Brandon Rios, Danny Garcia fight, it looked like he was in shape. It looked like he trained right. It didn't go his way on fight night, but he held a good account of himself. I'm sure he can come back based off that performance. Not like he was just he got hit and got hurt and got stopped, but he wasn't like such a pitiful performance. I thought he looked worse versus Diego Chavez or Richard Abril than he looked versus Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we could really ask of these fighters. Prepare the best way and try to make the necessary adjustments. May the best man win. So I like what I'm hearing from Canelo, because, like I said, I think that is the recipe of what they need to change. Canelo does need to throw more punches, and he has to be in shape to do that, right? And you can't fatigue. Golovkin, he's very good. Like, Canelo looked more ripped at the weigh-in and in the fight in general than Golovkin, but Golovkin, obviously, he doesn't need to be sliced up to fight how he fights. That's how he fights, and he's able to put a lot of pressure, and he has the stamina to do it. Like, stamina is not really his issue. I think Golovkin, there's certain things he lacks, like defense, head movement, and stuff like that, but stamina to put on that much pressure, he's very comfortable in doing that. So should be a good rematch. T-Mobile Arena, May 5th, Las Vegas, and Canelo's training in Colorado. He's trying to get that stamina up. So, like I said, I celebrate fighters who are at least trying to figure it out, because some fighters, they continually run into the same problems, or they keep switching trainers and blame other people and stuff. Canelo's not really doing that. It sounds like he's willing to learn and trying to improve, and he's promising to knock out and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens, and I want to see what Golovkin plans on doing in terms of adjustments. I don't think he's going to go anywhere, because, again, he doesn't really have to. Big Bear seems to be good for him. And like I said, he didn't have no problems with his stamina. So I just want to see what he does different. Should be a good fight. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.